Hello and welcome to the 3M video, the mindset, money management and method. So let's take a look at your key learning outcomes. First, why psychology is important. Second, what kind of trading strategies to use. Third, what is risk and how you should use it. Fourth, which M of the three is most important to you. So let's take a look at what this is about. There are three main ways of getting to grips on how you as a trader perform within the markets. You have to identify which of the three M's most motivates your decisions within the market most often. The first of the M's is the mindset, the second is the method, and the third is the money management. There is a clear argument that all of the three M's motivate us equally, and this will be the case when you first start trading. However, as you get more involved with trading and understand yourself better, the three M's will not always be 1/3 equally split. In time, you will find the optimal balance based on your own strategy, which is right for you. Trading psychology or your trading mindset is something that is overlooked when you start trading. Why? Well, if you have no experience of trading, how do you know how you're going to feel when you start winning or losing when you trade? The answer is that you don't. Some of the questions that you will or should be faced with are the following. Why do I get into trades? Why do I get out of trades? How do I stay in trades longer? Why do I feel good when I win? And why do I feel bad when I lose? When you first start trading, everything you do is equally as easy as it is hard. You make money and you lose money. This is what everyone experiences when you first start to trade. You need to build up reference points and use a method with money management to be successful in the long term. Now let's take a closer look at this important slide here. We should bear in mind that there are certain human characteristics that we need to overcome when it comes to successful trading. Are you familiar with the characteristics such as greed, hope, fear, or laying the blame to anyone else except for ourselves? Maybe felt lack of patience or discipline in applying your system? All these form part of our trading ego and are the first enemies we need to face. Without taming our weaknesses, we are destined to fail, and our behavioral traits form part of our everyday life, let alone our trading performance. So how much risk is ideal then? This is one of the first questions that you need to ask yourself. The key would be to determine how comfortable we feel with certain risk-taking. Not every human being reacts the same to risky environments. The graph shows two types of trader. One is risk-averse and would not tolerate risky positions, while viewing trading more as an investment and less as a speculation. He or she would probably feel more comfortable with longer-term investments and of lower risk, while excluding some products like options, for example. The other one is a risk lover who appears to have a higher tolerance to risk and therefore would seek higher return. This notion of risk combined with return is fundamental to any investment decision you make. Same stands for trading. The Eastern civilizations are actually linking the word risk to the word of opportunity. Risk does not come on its own, it is always linked to opportunity. And they are inversely related. Which of the two is right then? The answer is both, because it exactly depends on how much risk we are willing to take on in exchange for how much return. We can clearly tell from the graph that the risk-averse trader faces less risk, obviously, in exchange for a smaller return compared to the risk lover. This is key to the markets and to you, so think before acting. How much could I afford to lose? All the three M's are interlinked. It is the circle of every trader's experience. You get into trades because you think you have a probable edge, some sort of method. This is good. What you have to identify, though, is how your trading mindset dictates how you do this. You will probably not feel the same way when you enter or exit every trade. Most trades will be different in some respect. We will come on to your method next. What is important when you establish your trading strategy or method is that you understand how you feel, and more importantly, understand how this affects when you enter or exit a trade. Have you ever said when trading, if only I had more money, if only I had more time, if only I had more experience, if only I could take more risk? This is common with most traders. We are generally right with our overall opinion to buy or sell, but other factors, mainly time, stop us from realizing our goal. The mindset when trading, and especially holding trades, is very important. Trading is not necessarily about being right. You have to be right at the right time. If you take on too much risk or trade with too tighter stops, the markets have a habit of stopping you out. This is what makes trading so frustrating. It may sound easy to a beginner as one is unaware of the perplexity of the game, but let us assure you that it is not. Your method and money management will help with this. Once again, however, before you come up with a risk strategy and how you will trade in the markets, you have to understand that how you feel when creating your plans may not be the way you feel when actually executing your plan. In fact, most of the times, it will not be the case. And that is down to some of the behavioral traits that we explained above. This is what mindset means. Now, believe it or not, the markets are designed to instill fear and greed in all traders. This is what you have to use your trading state and mindset to overcome. Every trader will invariably feel bad when he or she loses a trade, no matter how much it is. Most traders will also feel good when they win a trade. Human psychology. The key then to a successful mindset is to have these feelings as close together as you can. You should not feel too bad when you lose. This is part of trading. Also, you should not be too elated when you win. After all, that's every trader's aim when they start trading, to make money. Along your trading career, you will experience some periods of losses, but also some fantastic trading successes. This is the way it works. But what matters is not how many times you fall, but how many times you get up. So get used to it. Now, going back to one of the 3 M's, the method. Method is how you come up with your trade ideas. This is the process you go through to decide if, at that point in time, you want to buy or sell a product. Without method, you're essentially gambling. And this is not about gambling, but about speculation. For some, both are not in the science, as we said. For it entails a superior state of mind to get the correct balance between your risk, your psychology, and your ambitions. The important thing to remember when you decide to trade is that you're aware of what you do and, more importantly, why you do it. This is the mindset element. If your method is not 100% clear, then how will you be able to repeat it? And repetition is key. Now let's take a look at 2 aspects of method, fundamental and technical. If your method of trading is fundamental, then you are trading new news. This can be from economic data, such as GDP or unemployment figures, key speakers, such as Mario Draghi or Janet Yellen, or news-based sources like a terrorist attack. This style of trading revolves around listening out for new information hitting the news wires that will affect traders' views on the markets and allow you to buy and sell for profit. Linking that to mindset once again, fundamental data is always different, so it is a very hard way of trading to replicate. However, as new news creates volatility, these trades can provide the most profit. Because contrary to widespread belief, volatility is good. You just need to be prepared and take advantage of it. If, on the other hand, your method of trading is technical, you should be aware that charting and technical trading accounts for about 80% of all trading decisions. The reason for this comes back to being able to replicate trades. Charts are constantly changing, but movement that has happened in the past can be used to predict the future. All the information one needs is included in these charts: open, high, low and close, volume, and much more. This is the same with indicators and oscillators like relative strength index, moving averages, and Bollinger Bands. Support and resistance, where the markets have found a shortage of buyers and sellers in previous times? Formations and candles. Information has a history of repeating itself. Candles are a way of capitalizing on this. We are taking a closer look at these in a separate video, so stay tuned. Regarding the 3 M's, we all know, all feel, that money management represents a key element in these 3 M's. This has to do with how you feel, mindset, when you stop out, when you lose money, when your trading method does not work, and essentially everything bad in trading revolves around losing money. This is where your money management comes into play. Think about the world's most successful traders. They get it right in around 50% of the times. So if we are going to start competing with them, what are our real chances? The answer lies in the correct money management, among others. So risk and money management are the same thing. If you don't use risk and lose your money, how can you then manage your money? This is where the 3 M's are so hard to put into order of priority. If you don't have the right method, you will lose money. If you don't have the character to bounce back and right mindset, then you will lose money. And if you don't have the correct risk profile, guess what? You will lose money. There is a key question, though, that you need to ask yourself before embarking on this new trading journey. The question is, what type of trader am I? Am I a swing trader and one who would avoid scalping or high-frequency trading? Do I prefer peace of mind, or do I get excited with daily fluctuations? And what about the different time frames? If I'm averted to excessive trading or risk, and I usually hold positions for days or even weeks, why am I looking at trading on the 4-hour chart? Why am I after some pips in few minutes? Trading, after all, should be liberating, not enslaving. You might not need to be constantly on the screen 10 hours a day. You might instead choose to trade only within a short time window, say around the opening of European markets. The rest of your time should be devoted to you learning and going along the learning curve, but also to things that make you feel better. The most trades most people get it wrong is because they fall prey to their psychological traits. The eagerness to tell other people that they have made money again, that they have bought at the bottom and sold at the top, even though they have executed maybe 10 other trades which all went wrong. Of course, we will never find out about those, will we? So no matter what other people do to make a living out of the market, you will not be able to successfully implement your own trading ideas if you fail to properly position yourself. And in our effort to excel with a specific strategy or read as many books as one can get his or her hands on, we are missing the basics. And this is where we should start at. By ways of conclusion, it is always important to take any trading theory like the 3 M's and making it your own. Trading is very personal. We all view the markets in a slightly different way, and we all experience trading in a different way. The whole point of the 3 M's is to have a guideline of what most other traders have experienced over the years. Once you get to grips with the 3 M's, you can focus on them individually and make them your own. Paying attention to one of the M's could be the difference between being successful in the long term. Ignoring all 3 will certainly lead to you being ultimately unsuccessful in trading.